Oh, hi, y'all. Welcome to Nikki's World, where my podcast show will give you viewpoints and insight that others will not give. I'll talk about like what's current, what's on the news, what is out there, and I will always cite sources and I always cite facts and news links so y'all know what I'm actually talking about. I give you my viewpoints and opinions, and if you want to hear what I have to say, what's on my mind and all that, I let y'all into my world and let y'all hear and listen to what I'm thinking and what's going through my mind. So if you love stuff like that, tune into Nikki's World twice a week, where you'll get 2-3 podcast episodes a week on what I talk about and what's on my mind. So thanks for listening, and let's get on with the show, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, y'all? Let's do this. Oh, hi guys, welcome to Nikki's World. I'm Nikki, your host, and today, guys, I want to talk about bringing common sense back. I mean, seriously, man, we do need to bring common sense into society, because today's society is all fucked up, and I'm going to talk about that and so much more. But before we go any further, guys, if you guys love Nikki's World so much, seriously, y'all, can y'all please consider donating a cup of coffee for me? Because for the price of a cup of coffee at Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, and Cumberland Farms, guys, you guys help keep this podcast show alive. You guys help me curate more stories, more topics like this to talk about. I do accept Bitcoin donations. I am on Locals, guys. If you guys want to support and sponsor Nikki's World, if you guys love Nikki's World so much, seriously, y'all, please hit that like, subscribe, please give me a review, good, bad, and the ugly. Also, guys, I do have a bunch of affiliate links, including Minds.com. I also have a link with Burner.com, so if you want a less lethal pistol to defend yourself, links in the description below. I also have a diaper referral link with North Shore Medical Supply, so if you know anyone that needs adult diapers, the link's in the description below. And before we get this show on the road, literally, guys, if you guys love this episode and any of my other episodes on Nikki's World, seriously, y'all, seriously, can y'all please consider sharing this across all the social media platforms that are out there today? Woo-wee, wow. Yeah, that is a mouthful, guys. That is a mouthful. That is, guys. But today, guys, I want to talk about this topic about bringing common sense back into society, because today I've been seeing like people being so cliquey, so basically this and this, so close-circled, close-minded and all this shit. I've been seeing this, and lately people have forgotten how to be a human being. People have forgotten how to be a person, how to be a fucking human being with critical thinking, common sense, logic, and reasoning skills. People have forgotten about that. And it shocks me that people have forgot those 4 things in life. Those 4 things are what you need to survive on this earth. Those 4 things are what you need to survive on this third rock from the sun. You really do need those. You really do. But sadly, it's lacking in society. People have become cliquey. It's like, for example, if you don't agree or espouse a certain point of view, or if you have views and opinions that are different from theirs, they cancel you. They ostracize you. That's not cool to me. To me, that's just saying that, oh, I'm an immature bitch. I'm an immature human being who doesn't know how to agree and disagree with people. We really need to start bringing that back here, ladies and gentlemen. We really need to start bringing common sense, critical thinking, logic, and reasoning back. And then at the same time, we need to bring back the skill of, we need to show people that we can agree and disagree and be an adult about it. But in today's generation right now, holy fuck! You got a generation of kids and adults today who can't learn to agree and disagree, who bully you if you have an opinion that is different from everyone, who will tell you to your face and say, oh, if you have an opinion of this and this and this that is different from everyone else, then you can't participate with us. You can't play along with us. I'm like, is this the world that we want to live in? Is this the fucking society that we want? Holy fucking shit, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, seriously. I don't want to live in a world where people have to agree to this and this and this just to play along. People need to learn to literally agree and disagree. If you can't learn to do that, I don't know how the fuck you got on this planet, but you need to get off this planet. Really? Really? It just boggles my mind that I have to see this all the fucking time. That I have to see people who can't learn to agree and disagree, who have to literally bully people into going along. It's why I hate people. It's why I hate the human race. It's why I hate society. I want to go back to a society where people learn to agree and disagree, where people learn to be civilized adults, have adult conversations, okay? It's like, for example, I'll give you this one example right off the rip. You have like the transgender community, where they often demand that, hey, you have to accept us, you have to agree to us, you have to like us, and if you don't like us, we're gonna cancel you, we're gonna run you out. I'm like, then I don't want to deal with you. Then these are the people I don't want to deal with. But to demand that I have to agree to this and this and this in order to placate people like this who demand tolerance and respect, but can't respect other people, but can't tolerate other people's opinion, but they want us and demand that we tolerate them, respect them, play along with their shit. And I'm like, are you kidding me? That's not how society works. That's not how the world works. But these people want to force it, and demand it in front of you. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking shitting me? Are you fucking for real? Yeah. The fact that these people demand that you respect them, but they can't respect you, it's why I hate people. It's why I hate people on this planet. Really do. It's why I hate people on this third rock from the fucking sun. It's why I hate it. It's why sometimes I see people and I go, these people have lost the art of critical thinking, common sense, logic, and reasoning. They've lost this art so much because they're so focused on them. They're so focused on me. That's what's wrong with society today, ladies and gentlemen. It is. What's wrong with society is that people are so focused on the me generation instead of focusing on, like, oh shit, nothing is about me, okay? Nothing is about me. Everything is about, like, how the world operates. The fact that these people make it all about them instead of, like, oh, why do I have to demand that these people tolerate me? I should respect them first, and then they'll in turn respect me. But these people don't go like that. These people don't. Instead, these people are all about me, and me. These people are literally, like, just hyper-focused on themselves. That's all they are. They're so focused on themselves that they lose out on everyone else. Really do. That's why I'm one of those people who hate to work with people that can't learn to agree and disagree, can't learn to be an adult about it, but instead have to act childish, have to act like a child, for Christ's sakes. Yeah. I can't function with these people. I can't. But then again, you have people who will go out and cancel you, block you, deny you, or even, like, say, ban you from places just because you can't agree to their politics and all this. I go like this. People who do that are immature kids. A toddler has more understanding than the rest of society. But we have immature adults who will cancel anyone who they can't learn to agree and disagree. And then you wonder why, ladies and gentlemen, aliens don't visit us anymore. You wonder why we don't get visits from aliens. Really do. You wonder why. You wonder why, ladies and gentlemen, that we don't get visits from aliens from another planet. It's because you have people who are so self-absorbed, so basically so narcissistic, that it fucking blows my mind that how these people walk the fucking earth. Really do, guys. It really blows my mind. But these people demand that you have to agree to them. I say like this. I'm gonna say like this. Our society is fucked up beyond comparison. Our society is fucked because you have people who will have a whiny temper tantrum if they don't get their fucking way. And I sit there and I go like this. Go ahead, have a whiny temper tantrum. Have a temper tantrum like a 5-year-old. Because you know why? We're gonna see you for what you are. We're gonna see you for who you are. That you're just a whiny, bratty little kid who can't learn to agree and disagree like an adult. We're gonna see it. And I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you what, guys. These are the people I try to avoid at all costs. I avoid these people for one reason, guys, is that these people basically drain my battery. These people literally drain me. They drain the fucking daylights out of me. They really do, guys. The fact that these people literally, like, basically drain my battery is why I avoid them. Many times, I don't like dealing with them. I don't. I really don't. Oftentimes, I just say like this. Fuck it, no. Hell no. Hell to the fuck no. Yeah, really. Sometimes I'll say this. I'll say this, guys. We have people in society who are so narcissistic, who are so self-absorbed in themselves that they don't care who they fucking hurt. They don't. All they care about is themselves and only them. But I tell you this, these are the people that if an epic disaster hit, they would be crying like a 5-year-old complaining, oh, no one's helping me. Oh, no one's saving me. Wah, 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 wah. Well, yeah, no one's saving you. Because you know why? No one gives a fucking shit. No one doesn't. But the fact that you got people, ladies and gentlemen, that are so self-absorbed, self-centered about themselves, so narcissistic, that it's fucking funny. It is. That's why I say this, guys, is that one thing we lack in this generation that my previous generation had in the 80s and 90s is what I call common sense, logic, critical thinking, and reasoning. 4 skills you needed in the 1980s and 90s to survive in the world. Now in 2024, that fucking got thrown out the window, and now it's all about me. Or as I call it, the TikTok generation, where, oh, hey, look at me, I'm doing this, I'm this. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have TikTok. I will never use TikTok for a reason. I will never, ever use it. There's a reason why I will never use TikTok, ladies and gentlemen. I will never use TikTok because it's so narcissistic. Is that people are just so into themselves and don't see the fucking world around them. They don't. All they're into is looking at their screen and not looking up or forward or around them. They're not. And that's the scary part. These people vote. And these people vote like crazy. And these are the people that I wouldn't want to be around with. Because these people are all into themselves. They're all about, oh, me. That's all they're about. They're not about like, oh, woe is me. They're not. But the one scary thing I do want to say, ladies and gentlemen, is that learn to think for yourself. Learn to be an individual. Stop being part of the in crowd. That's what's wrong with society today. Everybody wants to be the in crowd because they want to be part of the cool, hip, trendy crowd. Stop being part of that crowd. Stop. Instead, ladies and gentlemen, start being part of yourself. Start being an individual. We're losing out, basically, on being an individual. Everybody wants to be this, and this. But nobody wants to be a person. Nobody wants to be an individual. Nobody wants to be a thinking human being. Nobody doesn't. Everybody wants to be like this person, that person, or this, and this. Okay? Nobody wants to be a human being. Nobody doesn't, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody doesn't. The problem we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is that nobody wants to be a normal human being. Nobody doesn't. Nobody doesn't want to be an independent person. Nobody doesn't want to be a thinking person. Everybody wants to be like, oh, groupthink, conformity, like, oh, let's go along with the crowd and all this. Instead of like, oh, we should start learning to think for ourselves, act for ourselves, you know. Nobody doesn't. The sad thing is, ladies and gentlemen, we are losing the art of critical thinking. We are losing the art of, like, critical thinking, logic, reasoning, and common sense. We are losing that, ladies and gentlemen. And we are losing that royally. I swear, the one thing that scares me is a society that doesn't learn to think for themselves, that doesn't prize individualism. That's what scares the fucking bejesus out of me, is that we don't prize individualism. We don't. We prize, like, groupthink, conformity, being the in crowd, instead of individualism, instead of, like, the 4 skills I've posted and talked about. We don't. We instead prize, like, groupthink. We instead prize, like, basically conformity. Instead of just being a thinking, independent human being. This is why, to me, ladies and gentlemen, I value people who are individualistic. I value people who think for themselves and not go along with the group, not go along with the crowd. I prize that. I support that. I basically go to bat for that. Instead, you got people who are prizing narcissism and conformity. I don't prize that. I put that down. I tell people, I will not support you if you think like this, if you act like this, if you talk like this, or if you espouse this and this and this. I want people who think independently. I want people who basically get to know the person instead of getting to know their viewpoints, opinions, and beliefs. If you get to know the person better, then you know where their viewpoints and beliefs are coming from. Instead, everybody's always latching on to people by their words and not by their actions. That's why I came from a generation where talk is cheap and actions speak louder than words. Yeah. I come from a generation, and this is going to be a shocker to y'all. I come from a generation growing up in the 80s and 90s where what you do is more important than what you say. What you say means shit to me. That's why a lot of people in today's generation growing up are shocked that why are you prioritizing people who do more instead of what they say more? Because this generation is all about saying stuff to impress people instead of doing stuff to impress people. It is, guys. It really is, guys. That's why I look at society and I go like this. We need a society where actions speak louder than words. People love to talk a lot. People love to talk because they think that talking gets them somewhere. But what they forget is what you do has a bigger say than what you say. And this generation is forgetting that lesson that we in the 80s and 90s learned. And a lot of people don't understand that, don't see that, can't relate to that, and can't even comprehend that. That's why I tell people it's like this. I come from a generation in the 80s and 90s where your actions says more than what you say. And if you can't understand that logic, I have no hope for you. I have no hope for you whatsoever. That's why I tell people this. You can talk the talk all you want. You can talk the talk, but until you walk the walk, you're nothing to me. What you say doesn't hold weight to me. What you do holds weight. That's why I tell people, what you do matters more than what you say. And what you say means shit. And this generation today, which is all about saying this, is like they're going like, oh, people say this, and this matter more. And I'm like this, okay, so what do they do to say that? And then they look at you and they go, what? Yeah, they really do. They look at you and go, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, dude? Yeah, what are you talking about? Yeah. They look at you. They look at you like that. They literally do, guys. They literally do. That's why I'm the generation growing up where what you do says more about you than what you say. And this generation is all about what you say matters more than what you do, because they're probably the generation that doesn't understand that. Oh, I say this and this and this. That means I do more. But where's the action behind it? Where's the words behind it? Where's the thought process behind it? Where is it? It isn't there. Really, it isn't. So maybe these people in this generation need a lesson in like how we in the generation of the 80s and 90s got things done. We got things done in our generation because we learned to do more and say less. We really do. But people in this generation who say more and do less don't get a whole lot of shit done. That's why you see people in society like acting like shit, going like, "Oh, woe is me, woe is me. I don't know why I'm not able to do this and this and this and this and this. I don't know why I'm not able to accomplish this and this and this." I talk a lot about doing this. I talk about doing that. I talk about like being this and this and this. But do they get to do this and this and this? Do they get this and this and this? No, they don't. So that's why, for me, I'm a generation that the more you do, the less you say. And I'm from a generation where actions speak louder than words. And this generation doesn't get it, and they'll probably never will, because they're so narcissistic, self-centered, and they've lost the art of being real. They lost the art of being themselves. This is why I'm from a generation where being real, being true to yourself, being who you are is an art and a skill that can never be taught, that can never be passed down. And this is a generation that will never learn how to be real, how to be true, and how to be themselves. I'm sorry to say this, guys. I'm sorry to say this. This is a generation that has lost its fucking way. And it has lost it in the worst way possible. And this is why I come from a generation where being real, being who you are, being true to yourself has value and merit than being like, oh, someone else. This is why I see this generation and I go, this generation is fucked up beyond all recognition. It pretty much is, guys. It pretty much is. So, anyway, guys, I thank you guys for listening to Nikki's World. I'm Nikki, your host. I will see y'all soon. Bye for now. You just listened to an episode of Nikki's World. Thanks for listening. We'll see y'all soon. Bye for now.